Woo!
We're back.
We are back. Frick and Frack is back.
How you doing today? What's going on in frozen Jersey?
Yo, listen, we got some snow. We had some snow, but it's gone now. And the winter wonderland has now become back into Jersey desert. So, you should join us on this side of the bridge, Oscar,
Listen, it's cold enough on this side. As I said, this week coming up is going to be cold as a penguin's butthole because that's about that far off the ice. So I'm getting ready. That's why they walk funny, It's cold.
Okay, this is Focus on You with Phil and Oscar. And yeah, we're back. We're here.
Tina's just like, I'm at it.
But we have a great show just waiting for you. And can't wait to hear what Tina Kadish has to say because it is just going to be fantastic. She's one of the most fascinating people that I know.
I thought that was me.
No. See, you're mixing up the fascination aspect of what I just said.
Oh, okay.
You're a different kind of interesting, Oscar. A whole other level of interesting for me, But we had her on our power breakfast this morning, and it was just phenomenal. I gleaned so much wisdom from her, and I can't wait for you guys to hear what she has to say. Man, we're gonna run clips of this for years to come because I believe she has so much to share and so much that she has to say. So we're gonna have her up in a few minutes, all right, for you guys to listen in. But Oscar, man, listen. Let's talk about football. I don't know if you watch football.
I gotta. You know what? I'm gonna send you this great video. It's like broke people that watch football make no sense to me. Watching other people live their lives. While
nobody wants to hear your opinion. Okay, let's cut.
Put that link in right there.
Okay, let's cut. Retape that. Okay, now my Cowboys are out. I have to say that my Cowboys did not make it. And yes, I'm playing some violin music right now because I felt like this was their year. I had to go get the jersey all over again, and I had to return it all over again. So, wah, wah, wah. They lost 27-0.
I really couldn't care less.
And that's why I love you, Oscar. You're my brother.
So when these multimillionaires take a Sunday off to watch me work, then then I'll return the favor.
Well, they will. One day they will come. They'll be like, "Stop what we're doing and let's go to where Oscar works and see if we can learn anything." All right. So that was that. Okay. That's for anybody out there who's rooting for KC. I don't know who else got qualified into the finals, but the Eagles are out. That much I do know. And so we will definitely have to keep an eye on Super Bowl in February. That's going to be in a few weeks. Can't wait to see what's going to happen in the Super Bowl. Anybody out there that's watching, what's going on in the football world, put it in the chat. Let us know. And we will maybe have a little bit of a conversation on that. All right. Okay, so let's go into a little bit of what we're doing here on the Phoenix National Network. Some great stuff. I'm going to ask you to check out our website. Here it is. Boom. I don't know where my partner went, but you may have.
I'm having a sneeze fest going on. So.
Oh yeah. Listen, man, stop inhaling pollen. We know that you'd like to have that stuff around your house, and
I'm actually ripping up a floor upstairs. I found 3 layers so far.
Wow. Okay, great. That's right. Thanks for sharing. Anyway,
let's talk about our site.
CNN Station Plus. Gotta visit it. Gotta check it out. We have some great things going on here at the Phoenix National Network. We have our PNN Station Plus, Okay, this has everything that we're doing within the network. We're partnering with some amazing people, and you really want to catch some of that fire. All right. We have Steve Sparrow, who has just become a part of our network. We'll be broadcasting his show on our platform Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Don't want to miss that. We're also going to have Drew Delaney, who encourages men to step up to the next level, tells you how to do that. Man, can't wait to have his show being broadcasted. We don't have a time yet, but we do have a place, and that is here at the Phoenix National Network. Also, I believe we have a Lowe's More. He will be on at Sundays at 7 p.m. Lowe's Moore was a former NBA player who's doing a very awesome podcast. He had Denzel Washington on his platform just the other day and a few other celebrities that you will recognize. Isaiah Thomas was, I believe, on his platform a few months ago. So it is great to be able to have him on our platform and being able to see some great amazing interviews here at the Phoenix National Network. Now, if you go onto our Roku and Amazon platform, you'll be able to register through the PNN Station Plus and watch some of our programs. We've got movies, we've got our talk shows, we've got all sorts of things going on there. So you don't want to miss out on that. Register today at Roku and Amazon Fire TV. You know how it is. Make it happen. All right. And if you do like what you hear on Focus on You, of course, you can visit our YouTube channel, like, share, tell your friends about it. It's going to be, it's an amazing, amazing platform. We're actually broadcasting there right now. So if you want to switch from wherever you are to wherever you're going, check us out on YouTube. That's Phoenix National Network on YouTube. So we have some other services that we offer. I'm not going to go through everything right now. You can meet our team. You can meet some of the podcasters we're looking to bring on board. Some of the people that make this so much fun to do and to learn and to grow with them in this effort. So, don't be afraid to reach out and try to join our team. If you're watching on LinkedIn, we welcome you reaching out as well. And you could be a part of this wonderful, beautiful, growing network. All right. You can make an appointment right here on PNN Station Plus. Awesome. All right. Anything you'd like to add, Mr. Oscar Capel?
Nope, you've covered it all. We got an incredible website that you've put together with some website experts, and there is so much information, so many things to do, learn, and be a part of there. It's incredible, and it's all on an app.
It's all on the app. Listen, you know what? I want to make sure I do this feature uh, that we are part of this group called Mass Networks. And I've been a part of this group for quite a bit now. And I believe it's one of the greatest networks I've been a part of. Want to encourage anyone and everyone. If you are not a part of that network, you need to check it out. It's called Master Networks. Got the link on PNN Station Plus, so make sure you click the link and check it out. All right, now we're going to go to our featured person for today. Right, none other than the wonderful, marvelous, stupendous, most amazing Tina Kadish. What's up, Tina?
Well, hello everybody. I'm just watching behind the scenes and great things happening at PNN.
Yeah. We are very excited about that. But we want to focus on you today
Yes.
because you are amazing. We thank you for doing our Power Up breakfast this morning. I think that was just fantastic. And the information you shared was invaluable. If you are out there and you're looking to start a business or you're not even sure where to start, I believe the first step is to call Tina. Right? That's going to be like Absolutely. After you've heard her speak, you'll understand why I say that. But Tina, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Okay, so Tina Kadish, I'm in Connecticut here in the cold. Had some snow, but I'm warm to be here with both of you. I am a business coach and author and speaker, but I didn't begin my journey as a coach. My background has been in administrative training and development, talent acquisition. I've always been in the corporate world until my position in the training and development industry, role, I got laid off. And it was 2 years after 9/11 that I got laid off. And I was actually supposed to be in the Twin Towers on 9/11. And I changed my appointment to another day. And 2 years later, I got laid off. So I was meant to be here on Earth, apparently. And so when I got laid off is the first time that the carpet was pulled from under me, because I've always been the type of person to take control, take
Hmm.
charge. And this time I wasn't. I had just been promoted. I was excited. And it was before the holidays that they just decided to eliminate my position. So that's when I started on my journey of self discovery. At the time, I was also a mom with two kids. They were younger. I had no direction on what did I want to do next. I loved training and development, but I had no clue. So in my networking, and I firmly believe you gotta meet the right people, and I did. And she introduced me to a tool that resonated with me about discovering our passions. In my research, I learned that over 85%, and I think it's higher, of individuals are unhappy with their careers, they're unfulfilled, they're just plain stuck. And they have no clue, no idea what to do. And they're just not following their dreams. See, for me, I never believed in dreams. I just said, you go to a job, you do your best, which I still believe, of course, doing, but I never knew of a thing called entrepreneurship until I started researching, coaching, entrepreneurship, this tool. So I started my business with this one tool. And I was excited because I loved that freedom, that flexibility that I still today, my first book is all about finding freedom, 7 steps to thrive. And I was fascinated by the freedom. And I got that bug that I said, you know what? I want to do more with this. I just don't know what. So, however, what stops us, many people, is head trash. The fear crept in, the lack of belief in myself. I said, I can't be an entrepreneur. I've got bills to pay. I have got things to do. Thank you. Yes, these are my 2 books. And I will share a little bit about 2 different books. So I really learned that entrepreneurship, helping other women and men to find their passions, was so important. But I went to a job because of fear as a recruiter. Now, I spent 11 years. I was a very good recruiter until 2018, when I finally, after building my business, I no longer am in the corporate world. But I learned valuable lessons being an entrepreneur, being in the corporate world. One thing I learned is I don't want to work for someone else. I don't want to be undervalued. I don't want to be unappreciated. I don't want to be controlled with my time. That if I need to take a vacation, I got to use my PTO, my personal time off. Oh, and if I have children and they're sick, oh, well, you can't take the time off or you lose it. And if you lose your time, you just are basically out of luck. Okay. So
Hmm.
that is really something that I want to empower everybody here today. You can find the freedom, but it begins with here, that belief itself, that confidence, because a lot of us lack the confidence that we feel that we can't do it. You know, that imposter syndrome? You've
Hmm.
heard of that? Well,
Hmm.
that was me. I just didn't think I could do it. Who was going to buy from me? Who was going to believe in me? Like, who's Tina Kadish? Really? Like Tina? And there were people that thought I was crazy to be an entrepreneur. I'm the only one in my family that's an entrepreneur. Okay. My spouse, my husband is an entrepreneur, but other than that, no one is. So I was the crazy one in the family. But you know what? I love that flexibility. And
Mhm.
here's the thing, a year after I left my job as a recruiter, my daughter was diagnosed with cancer and she passed away 8 months after that. And if it wasn't for entrepreneurship, I wouldn't have been able to be with her every single day, taking care of her while building my business, while serving my clients. And I got to say, it's priceless. So when we think about you can't spend time with your family because of your job, don't put all of your eggs in one basket and make your job your identity. So that's a little bit about me.
You know what? That last statement though was like a punch because I mean, think about that. When somebody asks you, "So, what do you do?" Or "Who are you?" I'm a I'm a chef. I'm a this. I'm a CEO of so and so. Nobody really tells you, well, this is who I am as a person because people identify their value to their job,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And it's
Yes.
almost like if I work at Wendy's, I'm not gonna be like, well, I work at Wendy's at the cash register. you know, they're jobs that you're extremely proud of, and they're jobs that. So when you ask somebody, who they are, what they do, and they associate it with their job, it's like sometimes it's oh, I do this, and or sometimes it's, well, I do this, because they associate their value with their work. What are some of the things you think are the dangers of some of that?
Well, the danger is that when you put all of your identity in a job or even in your business as a business owner,
Hmm.
okay, are we doing all business and there's no self care? There's no fun? There's no spending time? See, we are able to design our schedule now, right? That doesn't
Hmm.
mean that your business should be your job, okay? Because
Sure.
otherwise, if you make your business your job, then go get a job and work for someone else. So that's something I've had to transition from employee to entrepreneur is that I've had to say, I don't need to be in front of a computer all day. I can spend time with family, friends, myself, doing some fun things in the middle of the day. I'm not living for Fridays anymore. I'm not dreading Mondays anymore. Like, what's a Monday now? What's Friday? Really? Friday is just another day
It's
and
another in the
it's
week.
another day in the week. So
Mhm.
that's a shift. So the danger is that you could be spending all your time and you're not spending time on yourself and your family, your friends, and it can affect your health. It can really affect, the stress. You can get burnt out. And I got to tell you, it's not the way to be. The money is going to come.
Mhm.
Okay, it's through our actions, it's through our showing up, showing up. So like today, it's a Thursday and this is the third podcast I've been on, and I've got more this afternoon, not podcasts, I just have coaching. However, I love it because I designed my day,
Mhm.
okay, in the midst of family commitments, and I love it. Like yesterday was all day about a family situation, and I
Mhm.
was able to do that. So that's what I mean by designing your life, your schedule. And I hope I answered your question.
No, no, absolutely, absolutely. Absolutely, you have. Oscar.
I have a little meme here that says entrepreneurship regrows your brain from the damage school has done. And that is something that we learn after we leave a job. And I'm similar situation as you. I was a dental technician over 30 years. And my job left me and my industry left me because everything was being outsourced. So I didn't have a job. And again, you get like, well, why didn't I have a plan B? And there's actually a book called "What Is Your Plan B" that gets you ready for. And as I said, I feel you know, blessed that I lost my job before the 40 million people that lost their job during COVID, because I was already prepared that, yeah, it's not a there are no guarantees in life, but people say, yeah, I got a job, I'm going to retire. They don't know that, one little twist in the economy, something going on, and that rug is pulled out from under them. So, I appreciate what you've said so far, and really do, um, I really do, understand where you're coming from on that. It's like having that rug pulled out from under you. Like, okay, now what? How come I didn't talk to Tina last year and then, get me started on something that I could now ramp up into, you start your side hustle and everything with the training wheels on while you're working your job. So, you're doing your learning. There's always a learning curve. The last thing you want to do, again, is start a business after you lost your job. That's, jumping off a cliff and trying to learn to fly on the way down. So get started before you need it. And it's always that. And when I lost my job, um, I started reading Robert Kiyosaki and these books, and found out there are two tax systems, one for the employee and one for the employers. So lots of stuff that you learn once you're outside that job bubble. And
Absolutely.
and so how do people come to you? What is a typical person that comes to you, and how do they find you?
So, well, how they find me, I mean, I'm on social media, I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, I emails, networking, they find me through there, referrals, they find me through. But at what point do they say, I need someone like Tina? It's really whether they're right now, they're in transition and they need help, or even before the transition, that be even before like getting laid off and saying to themselves, I don't see myself being here. I'm tired. I'm tired of this job. I'm tired of being here. And what do? You Google, you start Googling, and you spend time Googling at night. That's what keeps you up at night sometimes. Like, how do I make a career change? While I'm at work, I may Google and say, how do I make a career change? What do I need to do? What are the steps to start a business? Because nobody wakes up in the morning says, I want to start a business and I need a plan.
Oh, I did, but I didn't plan it that way the night before.
Right. You didn't plan it the night before. Exactly. You got to have a plan of what you want to do. But my point is that a lot of times we are just so in the dark. We just don't even know. Like for me, learning entrepreneurship, that was huge. That was a big transition from an employee. I had to really say, I'm not getting that paycheck every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I got to go out and get the money. I'm the
Mm-hmm.
one that has to show up and be out there and connecting with the right people, not just showing up everywhere, but being focused. Because when you know your audience, you know who you serve, that's important. At the beginning, I used to think, oh, I could help every woman. No, I can't. No, I can't. What's the pain they're going through that moment? So, knowing their pains and desires, I know because I was there, the pain of not being valued, underappreciated. You have no flexibility, no freedom. Those are some pains that you might experience. And so people will find me through searching because I'm everywhere. I'm on Google My Business. I'm everywhere, LinkedIn. So people do find me, but it's at that point when they got to be ready too, not making excuses.
Mm-hmm.
But it begins with taking action, even if it's one small action is so more powerful than doing nothing. And like I think we talked about this, you may want to write a book. I
Mm-hmm.
never thought I'd be an author, but I'll tell you how I became an author. I'm on a ship, a cruise, among other speakers, and my goal is to be a professional paid speaker. And the woman that ran the trip said you need to be an author to speak next year. I said, okay, I'll write a book. I had no clue how I was going to write this book. I had no clue what the title was going to be. And then it just came to me in an exercise. And I said, freedom, that's what I'm about. I help you find freedom. Let's talk about that. And I just worked with the other people. I worked with the publisher. I worked with the copywriter. What I did, I created a plan of how to write the book.
Mhm.
I don't even enjoy writing. Now, my daughter, rest her soul, she was a writer, she was a journalist, and
Mhm.
she would be so amazed that I am an author because I love to read, but I don't like to write. So, but I did the writing with the help of other people because you can't always do it alone. You need support with the
And
experts.
that's a key. That's a key thing. Oscar always says that. If you don't know something, there's an expert. There's somebody out there that does. And here's the thing, right? Stay away from those people that said they've been successful all by themselves. That does not happen. Yourself, you're not. You're just as good as your network, right? There is a saying about network. So I believe it's like your net worth determines your network determines your net
Your net
worth,
worth. Yes.
right?
Yes.
And that has been that is a solid truth my entire life, right? I believe that who you associate and connect yourself with either improves your life or depreciates your life, right? Because of how they speak, how they think, how they act, the reputation they have. Reputations can rub off on you as well. Whether somebody has a good or a bad reputation, just by association, you can smear your reputation just by connecting,
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
right?
Connecting with the right people, your right network. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So important.
So the reason I brought that up is I want you to talk about how does connecting with the right people affect you as an individual
Okay. Well, for
when it
example,
comes to entrepreneurship?
yeah, connecting with the right people as an entrepreneur, you don't, okay, when you meet somebody new and they make it all about them, they don't want to get to know you because I'm about building relationships. And that's why being in organizations that are about serving, it's about building relationships is where you want to network.
Hmm.
Okay. The people that you network with are the people that support you, or it's not just about them, that they really want to try to guide you and provide a resource maybe to you, provide referrals for you, but it's a give and take. What will you give to this person? So it's really it's creating that rapport with each other. It's that common interest. It's developing those opportunities for each other. Like, how can we? Perhaps we could be a referral partner.
Hmm.
Maybe there could be some collaborations. We share similar values. So we have similar businesses. Okay. So, because I help you to start a business, but I know people that really focus on the financials of a business. I help you know your numbers in business, revenue and cost, but I'm not an in-depth financial. I'm not a financial advisor, but maybe I
Hmm.
can refer you to someone that can help you with the financials of a business. So maybe we can do some collaboration, some
Hmm.
networking together. So that's what I mean by networking with the right people.
Right.
So
Right.
important. So important.
Is what you're saying is true because even look at I love watching sports because I learn a lot from watching them. The coach is normally out of shape, right? He's either round or round, right? And uh,
Round is a shape.
but because of his knowledge and because of the experience he's had in guiding people in the right direction, there's certain you might not be that person that's making the plays, but you know what you know what to look for in order to be successful. Belichick is a great coach, right? And I'm sure he played the game at one point in his young life. But as a coach, as a player, he might have not have been as great as everyone. But as a coach, he's phenomenal, right? And so sometimes you need a person like Tina who has been in corporate world and also started her own business. Sometimes you need a coach to kind of like say, yeah, you need to do this. They can see things that you don't see, right?
That's
Now,
You need to
true.
learn that from a been there, done that person.
Exactly.
There's a
Not somebody that reads a book and then teaches you from what they read.
there's a saying: never plan a 2,000-mile trip with someone that's never gotten off their couch.
well,
You know,
That's a
that's
good
how
one.
you get hurt.
no,
That
no,
right
never
there is
ask
how you
advice about a 2,000
that's
mile
how
trip
you
from
get
someone that's never get off their couch.
that's how you get hurt, Tina, because you're trying to be a wrestler, and this guy only read the book on it, and he's like, yeah, no, this is how you do that, and then you get into a real fight, and you you find yourself in deep trouble.
That is so true. That is so true. And here's the thing, when I first started my business, it took years to really evolve and grow because I didn't begin as a business coach. I began really helping women find their passions. But what was happening is a lot of women wanted to start a business and I would refer them to a business coach. So I became one instead. And I learned it myself, though everything I teach, I've gone through it myself. I'm not just, like I said, taking a book, a program, and then now I'm teaching you because now I did it, what it takes to transition, what the challenges are, what stops us. And I see it when I'm talking to people. I'm like, yep, that was me. I remember where I was back then. And that's why I stayed in my job too long after I got laid off, why I stayed there being miserable every day. And, so yeah, so I get it.
Let's look at your website for a second.
Sure.
I think it's a beautiful website, but you have some packages on here that we're going to talk about. Go ahead,
Okay.
Oscar.
All right, so you have here the Ruby package,
Yes.
introduction to entrepreneurship. Can you unpack that?
Okay, so this is I rebranded last year, no, 2 years ago from Job to Joy is my new name. My old name was Life is Ideal, and I worked with the branding expert who is in Master Networks, and she really helped me to brand because we need to who are we. So this first package is my business blueprint program. This is where I help you to really go through a process of creating a blueprint for your business, and it's a 6-week program, and I offer you actually get a blueprint. You get coaching with me one-on-one, and I also give you a copy of my book, Freedom: The 7 Steps to Thrive in Life and Business. But this is where I help you to really map out your business. For example, I help you to create your vision for your business. I help you to create your customers. Who are your customers? I help you to figure out what is your value proposition. Like when somebody says, what do? You can articulate it with authority of who you are, how you help people. What is that transformation that you provide? I also help you to figure out your programs, create programs and services. What is your revenue? Like where's it going to come? What is it costing you to stay in business? Who are you partnering with in business? And marketing channels, where you're going to put yourself out there. Not every marketing channel is for you. Maybe your clients are on Facebook, but they're not on LinkedIn. Okay. So I have, when you go on my website, the click download and read more gives you more information about it and how you can enroll. And that's the subscribe button there. But it's a 6-week program called the Ruby. So
So
it's that
it's
introduction.
so it's 6 weeks. I would look at it as building a foundation, building a solid foundation. So when you get to the Sapphire package, which is now you're on your way to becoming an entrepreneur. You have that base. You know, everything in the mirror pie, everything it's cut, it's ready to go. What's
Yes.
our next step? The
Yes. So
sapphire pack.
with this, so with the Sapphire package, what I have incorporated here is my Freedom 7 Steps, because I have a course. I created a program from my book and I incorporate that in here. So not only do you get that business blueprint, this is a 3-month coaching program. So you can work with me for 6 weeks or you can work with me for the 3 months. But the 3 months really helps you to lay out what is keeping you from growing your business, from starting your business. Like this goes more in depth with your inner, the barriers, the inner work that we need to do. So it really helps you to get deep on those barriers, because even as you might be in business a year here and say, my business is not growing. I don't know what it is. This is where this will help you also with doing the inner work. So I go through the 7 steps of my book here, and it's laid out with this coaching program. So you get the blueprint, you get all of the tools you need to really overcome those barriers that keep us stuck.
I could see where that comes in. Going back to the to that meme that I had before, how entrepreneurship regrows the brains that were damaged by education. Since our educational system is there to keep us as good employees, not as entrepreneurs. One of the things I learned was entrepreneurs take risks and fail,
Mm-hmm.
which you're not allowed to do in school. You're not allowed to work with other people. You have to take your test by yourself and don't fail. And it is the absolute opposite of becoming an entrepreneur. It's take risks, learn from failures. Failure means first attempt in learning. From those failures, you build up. Like Thomas Edison said, I didn't fail 10,000 times to build a light bulb. I found out 10,000 ways it didn't work.
That's right.
So to get that mindset, like you said, you can build a foundation. You can get your office there. But if you're afraid to open the door because you've never been an entrepreneur, you need someone to hold your hand and bring you through the door. And that next step, that is, I'm on my own. It's very, very frightening. When you come, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. And then they say, well, good. Now you're the chief cook, bottle washer. And you're like, well, I've never done this before. I'm going to go back to a job.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what a lot of people fall into. And they're even more miserable going back to a job, knowing that there was a way out. So I love this program that you're telling people, yeah, if you're not happy with your job, you want to be an entrepreneur, here are the pitfalls. Let's get you past that and be able to start the foundation, get that business going the right way with a coach. Like, and Phil said, we love to say, save yourself time and money, hire the expert on the first round.
Yes, so huge about saving time and money. We are spinning our wheels trying to figure it out on our own, and we don't even know if we're doing something wrong or right. And we
Mhm.
waste so much frustration. And we might be investing money in things that we don't even have any direction, no guidance from anybody.
You know what's funny? Have you seen the videos of young kids being introduced to a rotary phone? It is hilarious.
I haven't.
Look it up, because now, again, someone that's been there, done that, walking through, and I see that when I watch it, I'm like, these kids, they've never seen a rotary phone, and they say dial, go call somebody, and they're like putting their fingers in the hole. They have no idea about lifting the receiver. It's a total new world, and I could see that as someone going from a job to being an entrepreneur, never seen a their own business before. They don't know where to start. They don't know how to dial. They don't know how to pick up the receiver. And again, that your ability to walk people through, like, yes, I've been there, done that. Here's the
Exactly.
minefield. Follow these steps so you don't get blown up along the way.
That's right.
So, Tina, I was going through your website,
Yes.
and interestingly enough, I came across our inner circle, right? Which made me curious because I want to be a part of your inner circle. And I'm sure Oscar wants to be a part of your inner circle. So, how do we become a part of your inner circle?
Okay, this is great questions. So my inner circle, right now it's all women. That doesn't mean I don't accept men. But why I started this, this is my entry point in getting to know me, what we do. It's a membership for as little as $29 a month right now, and they get additional benefits like coaching time, discounts on my programs. But every week we come together on business building activities. We have topics like this month, like next week, we're talking about implementing and creating goals. We've done creating your vision and mission statement in your business. We have every week, we have different topics. And one of my goals is to bring in also outside speakers, which we have had in 2023. But it's a community where you get access to a community of like-minded individuals. They're all in the same space. They're either starting a business, they are in transition right now that they want to, and they get this community coming together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's a small group right now, but it's growing because I really want to expand on this. Okay. Definitely expand on that this year. And I want to elevate it and expand it because a lot of people need a community because they may not want to spend the money on the other programs at the beginning. So this is a way for them to enter into my space with
Get
other
the toes
women.
wet. Put those toes in the shallow end of the pool first.
Yeah, exactly. And they're working and they're together with other women that are in the same space. Like we have a Facebook group, we have resources that we share each other every week. I'm going to be also offering masterminding once a month. I'm also going to have some member spotlight interviews that I'm going to offer to the community. So great stuff is going to be happening in 2024.
And I love that you're working with women. One of the things that's always bothered me is women saying, I'm sorry for no reason. And I will stop people. I'm like, why are you saying you're sorry?
Oh
There's
my
no
God.
reason to say you're sorry. It
That was
drives me
me.
nuts.
I know. That
Oscar,
was me. All I am sorry. I know. I know.
Yeah.
Oscar, Oscar, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, growing up in the
You got
Bronx,
it.
we also learned to say I'm sorry. It's like I'm sorry you were in my way, but that's about as far as it goes. Um,
I'm sorry that you stepped in front of my vehicle.
exactly.
Oh, that's funny. I'm sorry that
Sorry,
you're a
I'm late now
moron.
because you're under the car. Stop it. Yeah, but what do you see? What do you see the biggest difference between women entrepreneurs and men entrepreneurs? What is because you're working with women, so there's something specific to women that you can help with that a guy entrepreneur might not see.
That's a very good question. What I've been seeing in women is that lack of belief and that the negotiating for what they want. A man might be more confident in asking for the sale. I'll call the word sale. I don't like the word sale, but
Mhm.
it's asking for it. They're more confident. I think men are more confident in asking. Where women, I think we undervalue ourselves. I think we discount we discount ourselves, and we're afraid to ask for it because we're afraid of the no, and maybe a man may not. Okay, so but I think men are also they might have they lack confidence. They may have the doubt as well. They don't know what to do either. I mean, I'm not saying that they do, but I think where the difference is, they might be stronger, more confident in asking, getting on, connecting with them, with a potential client, and not take the no's so personal.
But
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know.
there's a lot of factors to that in the sense of men and women per se, but I believe it's all about your built what you're built with. Like, what is your belief system? Not just, I mean, some people like when you ask somebody that question, the first thing they go is, "Well, I believe in God," or "I believe in this," but question is, do you believe in yourself?
Yes.
Right? Do you believe that you can do this? Do you believe that you will do this? And I believe, sometimes we don't understand the power that we've been given to have a will.
Hmm.
Willpower is powerful if you use it properly and in the right direction,
Yes.
and I don't, for the most part, properly applied, your will can create opportunities for you, you
That is
know.
true. That is true. Limiting beliefs, I think, are for both men and women. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think we all have limiting beliefs of it could be just around money. Like for me, I had a limiting belief about money. I had that scarcity mindset. I didn't believe that money was easy to make.
Hmm.
Okay. I always believed it was hard. The rich get quicker. The rich get rich.
Quicker.
Um, Money is evil. Money's the root of all evil. That's what I grew up with.
Right.
I know
Right.
that's what I grew up with. So I grew up with that
Hmm.
belief. And so we all have beliefs that we are raised with, our peers were with, like who do we surround ourselves with, really affect us.
Hmm.
One of the things, going back to what you were saying before, it's also the way society sees us.
Wow.
Like
That, that,
the same man who is assertive is
Yes,
pushy as a woman.
hmm.
So yeah,
exact. Oh my
like,
God, I'm
oh yeah,
so glad you said
he's
that,
getting what he
Oscar.
wants because he's
Yes.
assertive. Like, oh, look at her, she's so pushy. Same thing. It's
Yeah.
how society sees, and it's
Yeah.
up to the woman to say, "I'm sorry, I'm not being pushy. I'm being assertive." So not seeing
Right.
yourself. Yeah, I
Right.
don't.
Right.
I can see where the woman's like, "Well, I don't want to be pushy." He's like, "All right, let's
Yeah.
get out of that."
Hmm.
Mindset, out of that mindset of yeah,
Yeah.
you raised such a great point, Oscar, because we as women
Yes.
might say, oh, we're being pushy because that's how society views it. So if we, oh, we're assertive. No, we're aggressive. Oh, she's
Mhm.
a B. Okay.
Yes. Right. Right.
No, no, we are assertive. But if a man acts that way, oh, they're just assertive.
They're strong. They're strong. They're
They're
confident.
strong men. They
Yeah.
know what they
Yeah.
want.
Right. He's an
Yes.
alpha male. You know. Uh, Listen,
Yes.
there is so much more that we could talk about, but I want people to know how they can connect with you, because I believe there's so much you're such an asset to the entrepreneurial community, Tina. And I'm excited. I'm proud to have you here on our program on Focus on You, because I don't think I want my audience to know that she is a treasure trove when it comes to entrepreneurship and helping people in that arena. So tell us, how can they reach you, and how do they get started?
Okay. So my website is www.fromjobtojoy.com. You can set up a 30-minute complimentary call with me. And I'm on LinkedIn. You can send me a connection there. My email, I'm on Gmail. My email is tkadishcoach@gmail.com. And you can just connect me there, and then we can get started. I spend a 30-minute discovery call with you, get to know you. What are some things? What are your goals? What are you looking for? Where are you in your journey right now? Okay, and then we can connect there. I'm on Facebook, Tina Kadish. Let's connect there as well.
Awesome. Is there a number that people can reach you, or
Yes, yes.
yes?
My
Okay.
phone number is 203-610-7477. That's my cell.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Tina.
Thank
I
you.
pray that your phone will just be off the hook after this program, and but you'll always be available for Focus on You. How's that?
Yes, I will. Yes, I will. So I am claiming it. My phone will ring off the hook.
That's it. That's it. We're
And
calling that in.
you know what's funny, and I know your wrap up. When you start talking, I'm like, wait a minute, is it already? I thought we were on like 15 minutes.
I
I'm like,
know. I
why is
know.
he
It's already 1 o'clock.
like,
Yes,
does
the
Phil got
time
to go to
goes
the
fast.
bathroom? What's going on? Why is he? I'm like, oh wow, it's been an hour.
It
It's
has
been an
been.
hour.
So we have to do this again. I think there's so much more that we've just
We
touched on
haven't
these little.
exactly.
Yes.
There's so much, but we don't want to spill all the beans. We want Tina to get some business out of this. You want more? Reach out to Tina and have her be on your team. Have her join your team.
Thank you.
But thank you so much, Tina. We are so excited to have you. And those of you who are watching, we appreciate you. Go to our YouTube page, Phoenix National Network, or visit our website, PNN Station Plus, to learn more about what we're doing. Focus on You is going places. Uh, we're excited to announce that we may be connecting with a actual channel in Bangladesh, and we look forward to you being our audience as well. So take care, everybody. Thanks so much, and we will see you again next time here on Focus on You.
Thank you, Tina.